Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves what should be a good one here today, as we are on the map Gresvin, the AI edition, and it's going to be none other than EvilZoe taking on DominionDog in a TVZ. I'm excited to see how this one goes, as we've got DominionDog, the up-and-coming star, and EvilZoe, which I'll say maybe a little bit of an underrated Zerg bot. It's incredibly darn good and has quite a bit of depth to it. And so I just got taken aback at the start of this game a little bit, just by how fast DominionDog splits its workers. There's no time wasted when it comes to getting to that speed mining that these bots do. It really is a spectacle to watch, though, a bot instantly splitting its workers at the start. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this one, make sure to go ahead and click that like button. Slap it like it owes you ladder points, or just cannon rushed you, or whatever. Leave a comment down below saying more bots if you want to see more of these bot games. That goes a long way to helping out with that, as it lets the YouTube algorithm know we want to see more of these bot games. Leave or become a subscriber if you're not already subscribed, and if you do want to support the channel, there is that YouTube membership program. That goes a long way to helping with these daily casts. Regardless, on with the show, as part of the reason why I'm so excited to see DominionDog take on EvilZoe is just because DominionDog is kind of the new bot on the block. With its mass Reaper Hellion play, it's been able to take down the best bots. And so we're just going to see how effective it is against EvilZoe. Kind of a test for EvilZoe, which sounds a little bit odd because EvilZoe is already a very good established Zerg bot. It's just whenever there's a new strategy or something, you want to see how all the bots handle against it. Because I think it's one of those things that bots, like, they're weak to some things where they're strong against others. Sometimes a weaker bot will do better against a certain strategy than a bot you'd consider the better bot. And now we've got EvilZoe dealing with the first Reaper, sending some Lings in to soak some shots. A Queen is about to pop out. The Reaper does manage to grab one, maybe two Lings. No, it doesn't shoot that other one, and does just head on out. However, now in comes the second Reaper. EvilZoe has already got a Roach Warren on the way with Burrow coming out next, so that's definitely going to help out Roaches against Reapers. They could just take damage and burrow. So that could be extremely effective, although we do know DominionDog has got some pretty darn good scanning behavior when it comes to the way that it plays. It drops the scans on point quite a bit of the time, I feel. We get a creep tumor getting placed down by EvilZoe. Interesting placement on that tumor, not all the way at the edge of the creep. I do wonder why that is, if that's just because the tumor gets picked off, or what. Maybe because it blocks potential wall spots, I can't say for certain. Or who knows, maybe it's just random chance, the way EvilZoe puts down its creep tumors, and the bot author said that's good enough. We now have got 5 Roaches on the way for EvilZoe, so it's actually going to be probably the aggressor here. It didn't let us know in chat what its build is, but EvilZoe can be quite aggressive. And that's actually going to be a good test for DominionDog, as it's trying to get away with an incredibly greedy third command center. But that's not necessarily easy to do when you're up against a 2-base Zerg that's going to be throwing a bunch of Roaches at you. Reapers, of course, are great at buying time against Roaches, but as far as actually dealing with the root of the Roach problem, not so much. 3 Roaches, 1 shot a Reaper, I believe is the magic number. So we see DominionDog saying tag Roach, Zerg, late air. I'm not sure we're seeing any air out of the Zerg yet. However, I guess that's the strategy from DominionDog, is it's got 2 starports, getting up a 3rd as well. Banshees are darn good against Roaches, so that could potentially lead to a win for DominionDog if it just has enough Banshees and there's no anti-air for EvilZoe. But time is not necessarily against EvilZoe here, as there's a ways to go before we're going to see any Banshee be produced. The Tech Lab is just finishing up for the first one. Those Roaches, they're almost across the map, although they had a bit of a pathing glitch there as they changed their target, weirdly enough. They were going right on the right path towards that command center. Maybe it got spotted, and that's when they decided to attack a different location. We are seeing DominionDog, though, just go for a Raven That's not going to help out against Mass Roach. And so we're going to see how much damage these roaches can get done. Of course, there is Reapers and Hellions to try and buy some time. We're seeing DominionDog have a specified chat tag, though. Zerg late defense roaches, late roach rush. So really cool programming, actually, of DominionDog to let us know it's got such a specified response to this. Whether it's going to be good enough, though, I'm not too sure. The Raven overhead will be incredibly valuable as it's going to prevent these roaches from burrowing. The Reapers and Hellions, they are doing as much damage as they can to some of these roaches, and they're actually killing off a couple of them to start. This natural base has been denied mining. The third base has taken a lot of heat. We'll see if DominionDog lifts it up. I'm not sure it has got command center liftoff behavior from previous matches I've seen, so that base will needlessly die. That may be something easily the bot authors could fix. Banshees are now out, so they can start shooting away on these roaches. There's going to be a lot more Banshees popping out in a second. Marines, Reapers are trying to buy as much time as possible. Notably, the Reapers still don't use the grenades. But yeah, 3 Banshees is going to kill these roaches off quite quickly. So unless a bunch more SCVs die in the immediate future, it won't be too bad for DominionDog, as it's 23 workers to 39. That's not a great spot. EvilZoe is still only on 2 bases. The third and the fourth are just finishing up now. So it's kind of a mixed bag. I'd say if that third command center didn't die, it would have been a great spot. Well, a much better spot for DominionDog. It's thrown up a lot more starports as well. Like, it's not lost all of its workers. It's going to rebuild that third base location. Yeah, I get a feeling, because the natural lifted off when it was low on HP, I get a feeling that the third base didn't lift off because it wasn't an orbital yet. So maybe we'll have to keep an eye on that with DominionDog. That's something I could see as a simple oversight. You're like, oh, don't have it lift off, prioritize building the orbital command. But yeah, I would like to see that improve from DominionDog in the future. We have got lots of Banshees on the way, though, and minimal anti-air from the Zerg bot. 4 Banshees out, only 4 Queens. Is there any spores? Yes, there is spores, so that's a must. Now, in come these Banshees, though, all of a sudden. There's a 5th base building for EvilZoe, but these Banshees are probably going to shut that down. We'll see once they get this, whether they can get anything else. The Banshees notably don't have Cloak for DominionDog. As that hatchery gets canceled, there's still really not enough anti-air to deal with this. EvilZoe has got a lair done, but there's yet to be a Hydra Den start or a Spire, so these Banshees are causing a lot of problems, and we're seeing mass Queens be made as a reaction to this. The drones can at least burrow. The Banshees are saying, hey, we can take on this Spore Crawler, and rightly so. They predict that, well, they calculate that, not predict it, as that actually allows, yeah, that Spore to go down. The space is now vulnerable. More and more Queens are being produced by EvilZoe, but the Banshees are just in such high numbers. This one is injured, another is in the red, so we actually do see one of those Banshees go down. We may see a second one fall, and we do. So the Queens are making a stand. Looks like the Banshees will clean most of them up. However, they did take losses, and they are getting pushed on back. EvilZoe actually pulling DominionDog back with one of its just notorious counterattacks, I'll say, with its Lings. It's always going for the Ling run-bys, is EvilZoe. These Lings will go to the third, kill off some more SCVs. The worker count after that Banshee harassment, the delay to the economy of EvilZoe, it's 39 to 40, so not bad for the Terran at all. The Zerg has got 4 hatcheries, rebuilding that 5th. I'd love to see some more drones get produced, as I think that's absolutely necessary. EvilZoe right now maybe was panicking a little bit, making some overseers, getting up a hatchery. And the Lings are going for a counterattack once more. That's really nice. Looks like the Banshees have gone back to the main base to be repaired, so cool to see DominionDog has that behavior. These Ling run-bys are quite painful, though, as that does kill off a couple more workers. And they're just keeping their opponent busy. This is one of the things that EvilZoe excels at. It will just queue up run-bys, so your bot will never attack. It'll just kind of be kept busy non-stop. Some of these Lings are going down, but of course now they're bouncing towards the third base we see, and there will probably be another Ling run-by queued up as soon as this one gets cleared up, or not long after it. EvilZoe's moving out on the map. Roaches and Ravagers won't do too well, however it does seem determined to attack on it, but yeah, those units are going to want to get on out of there, as these Banshees are uncontested. We are seeing more and more Queens be made for EvilZoe, so that's the anti-air tech of choice, which is really cool. The fact that it's actually just like, yeah, just keep making Queens, I'll be fine, I'm a Zerg. as seeing those as a valid anti-air is really neat. We are seeing these roaches and raptors kill off some SCVs, but they're not killing off enough. And it's also really notable that EvilZoe is not making any more drones. It's got boatloads of minerals in the bank. It's starved on gas, though, and it's got enough larvae to squeeze out a ton more drones. It's simply not doing that, though. It's really bottlenecked on the gas, so we are seeing a bit of a weakness in the economy of EvilZoe. At the same time, it's still trying to hammer on DominionDog's economy. Ling run by to the natural, Ling run by, well, to the third. These Banshees and Vikings, I expect, should be coming on home, but no. Instead, they're actually just going to be going for blood as they find this hatchery. There was a spore, but that will not stand. There's plenty of queens out for the Zerg. There's not really any transfuses, and a few of these sisters are not really helping on out. So these queens take a much worse fight than they should have. They're still doing okay as it's only 4 Banshees left. There's a few more queens. I'm not sure what's pulling their attention, preventing them from going and saving this base. These Lings, though, are still causing problems on DominionDog's side of the map. We've seen a lot of SCVs go down. It's now 27 to 37. So despite EvilZoe's refusal to really drone too much, it's actually doing some good work by killing off a lot of the workers of DominionDog. The Banshees are still causing problems. The Vikings are causing some problems too, as this is quite the supply block we're seeing the Blue Zerg get hit with. You can't make queens to defend against the Banshees if you're supply blocked. Auto turrets are getting thrown down too. More queens are stepping forward. There's only 2 Banshees left. The harassment has ended, and DominionDog can drop mules to try and keep its economy going with a 4th command center about done. If that turns into an orbital, that will help get the economy of DominionDog going once again. But what a close game this is. EvilZoe doesn't seem to want to go past 41 workers for some reason, though. I'll say that's very bizarre. Yeah, I mean, it's getting 2-2 upgrades done. That's going to be quite helpful, though. The +2 Carapace against the Banshees. DominionDog, if it's given a minute to rebuild its economy, it surely will overwhelm EvilZoe, as EvilZoe just doesn't want to go up in workers. However, if EvilZoe doesn't get any more, or if EvilZoe gets more damage done, that will, of course, prevent the economy from growing. EvilZoe's going for the best defense by going for an offense, pulling all these Banshees back, and there is quite a few Banshees now with 10 out. There's +1 attack on the way. More queens are being produced. I'd just have loved if EvilZoe would squeeze out some more drones. I really don't understand why it's not doing that. It's, yeah, really crippling itself here. It says 41 drones is enough drones for me. I need 5 hatcheries, but 41 drones is plenty. It's not even making any queens anymore, so there really is something going wrong fundamentally with EvilZoe. It says I need another hatchery, but it's like, what? You could be making like 6 queens right now. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that, bot? So yeah, a bit of a fall for EvilZoe. It's making an infestation pit. It's really bottlenecked by the gas. It's yet to start up any new gases, so I think there must have been a snag or something EvilZoe hit with its like base logic. In come all these Banshees. There's actually no detection right now. Overseers will be shot down by the Vikings. And yeah, with those Overseers dead, the Banshees have no threat. A Transfuse tries to save one, but that queen will just die. There's only 4 queens out. EvilZoe's making more queens. But yeah, it's really not spending its money where it should have. It didn't build any Hydras or anything. And so we are going to see, I think, DominionDog take this one, as it's kind of hard to deal with 14 Banshees when you only got 3 queens. Spore Crawlers just melt. This natural base is going on down. There is a counterattack. This could actually pull back the army of DominionDog once more. Will DominionDog take the bait and go back home? It looks like the Banshees are kind of heading that way. In fact, they're actually just going to go murder some queens instead, though. And yeah, EvilZoe's economy has just been slaughtered. It's making drones now that it's lost a bunch, but the Ling Run-By did not succeed in pulling DominionDog's army. That's actually got to be one of the things that's really difficult to program as a bot author. Like, okay, how much enemy supply has to be on my side of the map? How many units do I have to have on my side of the map, or else I'll pull back all my stuff? That's got to be some really interesting calculations and decision making, because it wouldn't be easy, I imagine. Yeah, DominionDog has won this one. I'll say it was a bit of a gimme. I think EvilZoe could have done a lot better this game if it just had decided to drone, or yeah, if it had decided to drone if it had made some Hydras or something else. I do wonder why it got hard stuck on that. Maybe it was in like attack mode or something to go for a timing and it just never broke out of it. But then it did get up like an infestation pit, so it is quite bizarre. And I think a bit of wasted potential. But regardless, I think that was a great game. And yeah, if you guys thought so too, and you're still watching, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, you can click that bell. Leave a comment saying more bots if you want to see more bots. If you do want to support the channel, you can check out the perks of that YouTube membership by using the join button down below. EvilZoe losing its second to last hatchery. It's like we will rebuild. Never mind all these Banshees that are coming for me. That is going to be that. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.